Hello, my dearest confidant. So I'm outside today, which I love being outside, but I'm on pony duty. So I wanted to make sure that I keep an eye on them while they're cutting my grass. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that happened to me the other day, and I know that it'll be beneficial to you in your journey as you are learning to protect yourself and your energy and learning how to institute boundaries and stuff. And you know that we've been talking about my tumultuous relationship with my mother. And I finally broke down and called her the other day because she kept sending me inappropriate text messages. And I just wanted to reiterate, like, this is the reason why we are currently not speaking. And, you know, the conversation didn't go exactly the way that I wanted it to. So at the end of the conversation, I was like, what was my real reasoning for calling her? What, you know, a good question to ask yourself, which is what I asked myself, is what do I intend to receive with this relationship if I continue it? If I can institute boundaries that the other person can abide by? You know, what exactly am I looking for? How am I going to continue this relationship in a way that makes me feel safe and happy and healthy and respected? And, you know, right now I can't say that that's the case with my mom, you know, and for me, what I really wanted from her was just her to be able to not necessarily say, I agree with your experience, but I understand that that's your perspective of the experience. And, you know, maybe even I'm sorry that that happened to you, right? And she did apologize for, you know, generically, like overall, like I apologize for, you know, having you guys have to go through the stuff that you went through. But she really didn't validate any of my experiences. Anything that I told her, like, this is a memory for me, this is something I specifically remember vivid details about, she would deny and deflect. And I'm like, but I'm not asking you to tell me what you think it means. I'm telling you what I remember. And she's not able to do that at this time. And so, you know, maybe with time she'll be able to. Maybe she'll even watch this video, you know, eventually and see, like, you know, I'm not asking for much. I mean, I love her. She's my mom. I respect her as my mom. But that doesn't mean that I need to respond to every phone call, text message, or whatever. You know, and her main thing was always telling me, like, blood's thicker than water. We have to stick together because that's all we have. And I'm like, but that's absolutely not true. I left for the military and I have a lot of wonderful friends that I've maintained relationships with. I have relationships with one very dear friend that I've had since high school. And so while I appreciate that my mom did the best that she could, and I appreciate that she is my mom, she's not the only person that I have. And for her to think that that's an okay thing to say to me, it's just, in my opinion, from my perspective, it's inappropriate. And telling me that, you know, it's not okay for me to not trust her, like, that's, you can't tell me who I can and can't trust, right? And so my purpose in this video is not to complain about my mom, but just to shed light on the fact that, you know, there are people out there that have very hard relationships with their parents, and they're trying to figure out, you know, the way forward, the way to go. And there's nothing wrong with trying to figure it out, and there's nothing wrong with stepping away from those relationships until they can fit a place in your life where you feel safe and you feel respected and you feel loved. And while I know that my mom made a lot of sacrifices for me, and that was her way of showing love, I don't need those sacrifices anymore. Our relationship is different now. And in order for her to continue to be a present person in my life, she's going to have to understand that I don't need the sacrifices. What I need is for her to be honest with me. And it's okay to not remember my experience. It's okay for her to be like, you know what, I don't remember that. But it's not okay for her to say, that's not what happened. Or, oh no, you're talking about this, when I'm absolutely not. And so, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get to a place where we can have a serious conversation and get to a place where we can understand each other. Because she's still in a place where she thinks that I need to understand the struggles that she went through and the hardship that she had with my father, where I heard all of that already. I lived it with her. And so, now I'm at the point where I need to be able to speak my truth, whether that's to her or just to you guys. I need to be able to speak my truth and not have it be something that's up for dispute because it's what happened to me. So I hope that this helps you, my dearest confidant. I love you, and until next time.